Not since the Olympic Games in 1980 has Moscow closed its streets for a major sporting event. Now, 28 years later, the streets will be filled with cheering crowds once again. But this time, they're here to welcome F1 cars to Red Square for the Moscow City racing event, organised by Rotterdam Racing.
1 year ago we started with this project, and it was, well, we never believed that we could get all the permissions from the Moscow government, from the Kremlin administration, from the presidential administration. But in the end we succeeded, and don't ask me how, but we succeeded.
As always, Formula One brings glamour and, of course, racing drivers. Nico Rosberg jumped at the chance to drive an F1 car around Moscow and explained just what he had in store for the crowds.
First of all, some speed from this Formula One car. It depends also how bumpy it is, how fast I can go. I'm not sure yet. Other than that, some burnouts, some noise, so it should be fun.
Just off Red Square, the AT&T Williams team set up a complete mobile garage. Will the crowds be ready for the violence and the sheer speed of a modern F1 racer?
If you see the cars going 2 meters in front of you at 250, I think it looks pretty scary.
As the final preparations were completed, it was time to find out, as Nico Rosberg drove out onto the Moscow streets and into the history books. So, could Russia host a full Formula One race in the future? For Nico Rosberg, it's a tantalising prospect.
It would be a really interesting place to go for Formula One, I think. Also in terms of fans, I'm sure they would be really enthusiastic once they start to get introduced to the sport and everything. It's a fantastic sport, so I don't see why the Russians couldn't be really into it.
It is very special for the Russian people to really experience Formula One in their main city, and then also on a track that is really around the Kremlin. So this is really unique.
It was a really cool event. Driving with an F1 car just around the Kremlin was just amazing, and there was a lot of people also to come and watch, because I think it was the first time they really the Russians got F1 so near to really experience it, and I really gave it my best around that track. I was going for it, and it was really enjoyable.